No
Um,
worries. Any more
Actually,
questions, guys?
Paul, just to clarify,
Yes.
Eugene, what Paul said earlier, I think you don't need to match every layer on a residential area. Maybe that's what you wanted to clarify.
Yes. So I'll show you guys an example if I can find one. For example, this one, right? This one, all right? This neighbor task, I'll use the example. This task is actually being automatically done by the system, but you can see that this major structure of this residential building is matched already, right? This major part. But this small structure on the corner of this building in the backyard, this, the major structure part is not matched, but that is okay. All right, as long as the major structure of the residential building is matched, then you are good to go. You don't need to cut this small structure out like this smaller one and to match it. You don't need to do that. You just make sure the major structure, the main structure is being matched. Okay? Let me see if I can find more example from this task. This, even the system result has some errors, right? It's not perfect, but that is not a big issue. The main part we want to do is we want to make sure the major structure of the residential building is being matched. All right, let's see this task. Obviously, this is my target building, and then let's check for this one. So this is like the yard. We can exclude it, and then use the repair tool. And when we repair, just do it fast. Make sure you know what you're doing. Then hold Control. Right, it's matched. The red dash line is already matched. Then hold Shift to match it. And I believe I missed part here. I'll just use the repair tool. Oh, sorry, the repair tool X to do like this. Okay. So now, as you can see, this major part. But this one is not too small. This one, my bad, sorry. So this one is a little bit. This one is a little bit too big. So in this case, I will use the trace tool. And use Alt. So hold your mouse on the shared line. Hold Alt, adjust the relative height for this layer, and now it's matched, right? And then just press F3. Press F3 to shoot. I didn't press F3. Make sure you group it, okay? Then press F2. Go to next one. So this one is matched automatically a little bit, just adjust a little bit, and then go to the next one. Number 3, same thing. Adjust a little bit. Press F3 to confirm. Press F2 again. Go to next one. It's matched. Okay, you don't need to move it. Just press F3. Then this task is done. 2 layers, 2 minutes for me to finish. And this one requires me to do jack the sidewall. And I will do this one to here. When you jack the sidewall, if it's a broader relation building, you only need to jack for the major part. Okay, you only need to jack for the major building in the broader relation. So you don't need to jack for this one. Just jack for this one. That is cool. So this task is done. As you can see, it doesn't require to be perfect. There's some errors allowed, and some of the fake structure, like this extension, this backyard, you don't need to capture it. Okay, just capture something that has a roof, that actually has a roof and has a footprint, and that is what we want you to do. Let's go to this one. So for this one, right, the footprint is not being drawn wall. So let's use the repair tool. So for this part, as you can see, there is a 10. This is actually not from this left image. We cannot make sure that this is actually which part is building, right? But from the right image, we can see, okay, so this backyard is not part of the building. This is something like a cover, right? Maybe like paving, or maybe like sunshine umbrella, something like that. Okay, but we want to make sure what we want to do is we want to make sure the building with roof is done. It's being captured. And so that's it. Because the left image is not clear enough, so this one you can just make sure you can follow this red image to do some like minor adjustment like this to match, and that is basically okay. All right, that is basically okay, even though they have some big arrow, but because the image is not clear enough, so we can allow such arrow in this example. All right, or even it's better just
Paul, I have a question. Can I share
yeah.
my screen?
Yes, go ahead. So like this, we don't need to match every corner perfectly. We can allow some arrow here. This is okay, all right?
Okay. Paul, can I share my screen?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Can you see my screen now?
Let me see. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For this one, Paul.
Give me a sec.
Sure.
I'm still switching the tab. Yes.
All right. On my screen, Paul, the left side is drawn correctly, but on the right side, as you can see, one is lower. So do we still need to cut this portion to match it?
No, that
So
is good. Make sure the
this is
bigger part is matched, then that's good.
so this is already acceptable.
Yeah, this one is go to next view. Adjust a little bit. Yeah, this one is good. So like this one, we have 3 right view that can be matched pretty good, but only one right view that is not matched perfectly, right? That it has a big arrow on this. So in this case, you can ignore that. But among these 3 right images, there are 2 or even 3 right images has like structure like this is not matched. Then in this case, guys, you try to cut it and match it separately. And that is actually not very hard to do. All right, but to speed up your task moving, that is good. So for this one, same thing. You just make sure the footprint being repaired, and then. So Mark, you are not following the workflow. After you repair it, what should you do?
For me, when I do this, I try to match it also.
Yes,
it's really
you need
far.
to, like this one, you need to cut it, right? You are not done with repair tool, so you don't need to go to the right view. And then you can cut, after you cut it, you use ALT to adjust the relative height for this task. And then this is okay now. Mark, you don't need to go too much. This is okay. And then, yeah, for this right view, that's good. Confirm it, okay? This one, you need to move this part. So for this, what your problem is, after you fix it, you need to hold Control tool to adjust to match on the right first, and then you do matching. All right, the right dash line is not matched. So as you guys can see, this task is not done by following the workflow. So which means you have to go backwards, forwards, many times to adjust the height to match it properly. But if you follow the workflow, you repair on the left first, you cut it, and then you hold Control to adjust the height for the major part. And then you hold ALT to adjust the height of the lower part. And then you can match everything on the right at once. So this could save you a lot of times. So it's very important you guys need to follow the workflow. Okay, so it's very important to follow the workflow. The workflow is listed here. It's always listed here. you can, make a screenshot of this part and move it to your desktop when you are working on 3D matching, and this will be very helpful for you to do, for you to speed up your task.